Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur Podcast. So, guess what? Happy Friday. It is the end of April 30th, 2021. I hope you had an amazing week, and I hope you have some really cool plans this weekend. Speaking of, we're going to talk about fun today. I think we're talking about fun. Fun? Yes. Okay, but first of all, if you're new here, welcome. I talk about the law of attraction with regards to just about everything, but primarily business and money. And I wrote this book called The Inspired Entrepreneur. It is a daily 366 days of inspiration for the entrepreneur, for the business owner. So it's kind of like a fortune cookie for law of attraction. Excuse me. So if you're not new here, welcome back. I appreciate every single one of you. Okay, so let's jump into it. Today is April 30th. Make sure you're having fun on the journey, because the journey is longer than the destination. So, the whole, what do they say? What do people say? The joys in the journey. And a lot of people are like, oh, but I want the manifestation. I want the house. I want the car. I want the money. I want basically the end result, right? But so this is what happens. By the time the manifestation occurs, it's old news. And, it was kind of hard to listen to Abraham talk about that, because it's like, no, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. Now, occasionally, yes, it is that way. It is like insanely cool and like exciting and holy crap. But there's so many times when they talk about the next logical step, that means it's freaking the most normal thing ever. A lot of the time I have to look back, and then I realize, oh, I have what I wanted. It's kind of like I didn't even realize that it was already here. Does that make sense? It's happened many times where the manifestation comes in and I don't even realize that it came in, and I've been living that life already. It's super interesting. And it's like, it just becomes normal. Everything becomes normal when you practice the vibration of what you want. So you get clear with what you want, right? And then you put your focus on it, and you focus on it to practice the vibration of it. When you practice the vibration of what it is that you want long enough, that's the key right there, long enough. Practice the vibration of what you want long enough that it manifests. But by the time you practice it long enough, it will feel incredibly normal to you. And then it comes in and you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes it's going to be like, oh my God, that's so cool. Yes. Yes, it's so cool. But so here's the thing. So this happened to me. The first time I realized how this felt was a few years ago. It was probably like 3 years ago. Or I don't know how long ago. It was during a time that we were in California. We were there on a little vacation, and we were driving down. I wonder if we were already living there. What were we doing? We were there. Were we living there, or it might have been the trip right before we ended up moving there. So I don't know. We were there several times. And that's what I suggest to do. If you're moving to somewhere else, go there as much as you possibly can. Make it very normal for you to be there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we did. So we found Pismo Beach, and we went there several times. He proposed on the beach there. We spent our honeymoon there. We were there several times, and just, driving around and checking out everything. I was following like every business in town, visiting the businesses. We went to a Chamber of Commerce mixer several months before we moved there, basically acting as if we lived there. And then shortly after, we were living there. So it just made it normal instead of like something that's just like out there in the future. Yeah, it would be great. It'd be so great to live in Hawaii or wherever, right? Maybe one day, you know, when, because right now I can't afford it. And, a person can only dream and all these things that humans do, right? No, no. If you want it, you can have it. So go get it. And how you go get it is you 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 go there, you participate, you meet people, you you make it happen. And when I say make it happen, that doesn't sound like attraction. That is literally focus on what you want until it manifests. Focus, which means look at it. So like in California, they have beach cameras on I probably every beach or every major beach in California. You can check it out online. So one of my big things about being in California is catching the sunset as much as I can. So I would catch it on the camera and I would have it on my, my large screen TV in my living room in Arizona. And, when we're there, we will have dinner on the beach. So we would watch the sunset and have dinner sitting on the couch. We did that a few times, but I would have the beach scene or the ocean scene, the sunset up on my screen. I did it every night for a while. I haven't done it in months and months and months, but I did that. I did everything I could. It was part of my morning mindset routine of looking at magazine pictures of Pismo, pictures we took in Pismo, like all of that, and just visualizing myself there. So there was a trip when we were there, driving down the freeway up from San Luis Obispo down to Pismo, and it was just beautiful. And it dawned on me, because I had visualized that so many times, that I was living it. And it was just a really cool moment. But it felt normal. And it's like, oh, I'm here. I'm here now. And I don't know how to explain it, but the joy is in the journey. So the joy is, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you having fun on the way to where you're headed? Because you have to. If you're miserable and feeling stuck and feeling like nothing ever works out for you and all of that, you're not going to manifest what you want. So you have to have fun. So I have a keychain on my key ring. I have a keychain that says life is supposed to be fun. It's from Esther Hicks. I got it at one of the workshops. Both Roger and I have it on our keychain. And every so often, probably a couple times a week, I will notice it on my key ring. And it just reminds me, life is supposed to be fun. So it reminds me in that moment, have more fun. Remember, have fun. So when I'm working, if I'm spending many hours on the computer doing stuff, even though I think at this point in my business, at this point in my life, everything I do in my business, I enjoy. I got rid of all the stuff that I don't enjoy, and I just took a different approach. Because there's a million ways to have an online business. There's a million different kinds of online businesses, but there's so many ways. And I scraped everything away, and I basically started over, because I was just, going down the path of what everybody else was doing, and I didn't like it. And so I kind of quit everything and just started from scratch of like, what is it that I really love doing? And I only focused on those things. And that's that. I don't do things. I just literally do not do anything that I don't like doing. And guess what? Money doesn't come from your business anyway. You attract money. You're probably thinking, what the heck is she talking about? But I mentioned it this week about that I'm selling a lot less Like I don't like it did dawn on me yesterday. I'm like, I do need to create more. So I am creating a ton of notebooks and journals and all that sort of thing, manifestation journals and notebooks and stuff for Amazon. It's on my list right now of doing all of these things. So that's what I'm working on in my afternoons. I just recreated a new cover for my Inspired Entrepreneur book. So I'm going to be uploading that. Hopefully, I hope to goodness, very, very soon, like in the next day or two. I just have to rewrite the stuff on the back. But it's a lot prettier. And so I'm focusing on that because I like the creativity part of it. I have a million ideas of what to do. But it is so true that some money does come from your business. It does come from work. It does come from that, right? But I have opened up the valve, I believe, of allowing more abundance in prosperity in all kinds of ways. So I keep getting more money and I'm not working more. I'm working less. I have less things to sell. It's really interesting because money doesn't necessarily, it's not all from your job. It's not all from your business. It's from everywhere. And so it's come to the place of money is just always available. When I want something, the money's there every single time. And when you get to that expectation, it just keeps growing. So, and that took time. It took time for me to get to a vibration and a belief system of money can come from anywhere. And I know for a fact that you can get things without money constantly. I've received so many things without money, like big things, big without money. And it's incredible. So I know that money is not it. It's just a nice benefit for when you need it for certain things. So I've gotten to the point of when I want something, the money's always there. And it just is. It's just always there. It's pretty incredible, but that took a while. Okay, guys. So the point of today was really have more fun because the journey is longer than the destination. Does that make sense? So it's probably every day that I check in with myself and say, am I having more fun or am I having fun? Like today I was on the computer. I brought it out to the couch because I needed a different space to work. My legs were hurting from, I think, my desk chair. So I started on the treadmill this morning at my desk, and then I switched to my chair at my other desk. And then I had to lay down for a little while, and then I got back up, and I'm like, I'm going to go sit on the couch, and I'm going to work on my books. So I did that for probably about 2 or 3 hours. And at least probably at the 3-hour mark, I'm like, am I having enough fun today? Because I don't want to get bogged down. I don't want to get like, oh my God, all I'm doing is working. Because I don't really like that feeling. So I'm like, okay, close the computer, go do something else, and come back. And I did. Okay, guys, so I'm going to let you go. I hope this was helpful for today. Just a reminder, have more fun. When you have more fun, you're letting go of resistance. And I understand that can be difficult for a lot of people. I do know one person. Well, I know a lot of people who are basically trying to kill themselves by working so much. I know 2 people that I kind of see in person and they're hard workers. And it's like they get a trophy for working so hard. You know, that kind of mentality that our society has been, and they would have a hard time with my message of have more fun, relax, do less, all that stuff. But I'm attracting a lot more by doing a lot less. So, okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing rest of your Friday, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.